So that leads us to the next question. What are some of the challenges in the field of education, and how have you solved them at your institution of higher learning? Because I know it be some challenges, mother.
Yes, Lord. I think perhaps one of the greatest challenges is, I think, our failure overall. I think our failure to recognize that education is a right
Wow. Please say that again. Education,
is a system.
a system.
It's a system, and that the system is designed to produce something, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it's going to produce what it was designed to produce, if that makes sense.
It makes sense, but break it down a little bit further, honey. Come on. Help
The,
us out.
the system is going to produce what it was designed to produce.
Yes, yes.
And I'll say this as well. The system is going to produce whatever is poured into it.
Wow, wow.
And
That
so
that is
one of the biggest challenges is there are so many of us that don't recognize that.
yeah.
And we assume that the system is going to automatically produce something great because we trust the system.
Yeah. Trust the system.
But the system wasn't designed for that.
Absolutely. And so with that being said, we have to understand again, it's a with our generation where we had, like I said, that village mindset, and we had those educators that was pouring into us. I believe it was a different system then than the system that our younger generation, the Gen Zs are going through. I think it's a different system that they are in now, that I don't think that the parents are understanding. Definitely our young people are blindsided by the system because they're probably in expectancy. I know I would be, for certain things to change or to, show up for me or allow me to be my greatest self. And I don't think the system is allowing them to get to those levels, So I don't
No,
want to.
because there are parts of there are now people in the system that are pretending
Yeah.
to care, right?
Yeah.
Or playing their part. Let's say it that way. There are people in the system that are playing their parts. It's just like your car, it's just like if you drive a Lexus, and they don't give you an original part for your car.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
They give you a generic part. Yes, it'll do the same thing, but it's not going to, it's just not going to give you the same output
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that original Lexus part would,
Yes.
And so and that's what we have now.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
It's what we just talked about. Like I do what I do because I was called to do it. If you join this system just because you want the benefits, but you're not, you want to leave at 3:15, but I know that I'm called to it and it's going to take me until 5:00 every day to get it, or that I may have to, I may have to actually, even when I go home, still work a little bit, but I still that I'm only going to make $50,000. But I knew that before I got into it,
Right. Right. It's different.
And that's not what we have any longer. So that's
absolutely.
That's one of the challenges. And I don't want to say I can't do anything about it. That's a heart issue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, that's powerful. But you are, even at your institution, just because youth lives are constantly being changed, so that I know that the system is working. Even teachers that are working alongside of you, I know that things are being changed, because your impact, wherever you have watered, because you are called by God, and wherever you water these flowers, they are becoming leaders now that are on fire, because they had some leadership from you. They had some leadership from another individual that was a trailblazer that touched their lives. So I know, and children and teachers who have, been a part of the system that you created, not the system, but that prayer warrior system, the system where we really know that our children are our future. We really know that we have to, like you said, put that time in to nurture them and to develop them, because we want them to be purpose filled. I know that you're making a difference, definitely, and you're answering the call, and so please continue on and doing these things, because it may not seem like it, but I've seen and witnessed people who, have been with me like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and I'll be just like, you remember we did that together? So I know that you're definitely changing lives for young and old people alike. So again, we thank you for your dedication to your craft, and accepting the calling, because some people be like, running girl. He's like, Lord, I ain't ready. I think you said pick a peach. You didn't say teach, right? So I thank you for saying yes to teaching, even though you were in another field. You said yes, and remembered that young lady who said, yeah, I could be an administrator to touch other people's lives. So I thank you for that.